noose was left inside Bubba Wallace's garage stall. Incredibly upsetting and discouraging that this noose was found.
An ugly message of hate was placed in his garage. It's this disgusting display of hatred that happened overnight. A noose was found hanging in Wallace's garage.
He had it there for a year.
And not wonder how these idiots manage to get to work every day. I mean, by work, I mean emitting brainless noise from their chuckling pie holes. Imagine every day waking up to news that is a repeat of last week's news or last year's news and pretending it doesn't exist. It's like the Groundhog Day episode of The Walking Dead. But we remember Jussie.
I don't like that it's being put out there in the media that this is a possible hate crime. I think that even sows a seed that makes people feel well, is he making this up? He was demeaned.
He was making it up.
He had bleach poured onto him.
Yeah, right.
This is really happening all the time. And even if it was a hoax for the sake of bringing attention to this, then I'm like, that's low-key noble.
So it doesn't even have to be real.
Noble.
And then, just days ago, this happened.
These are symbols of torture and racial violence.
Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf is so alarmed by the video she saw of a rope that looked like a noose in a tree at Lake Merritt, she's calling for a hate crime investigation. Victor Sengbei told us the rope is part of a rigging used by him and his friends as part of a larger swing system. He even shared this video of it in action.
No one, has thought that it looked anywhere close to a noose. Right, folks have used it for exercise. Folks have, it was really a fun addition to the park.
I want to hang out with him, seriously. Anyway, for the media to continue this grift, they must see the skepticism of the journalist trade and pretend they were born yesterday.
Exactly.
Or they would remember that those nooses found in a park turned out to be swings installed by a black man. How racist. You think that would make these idiotic anchors actually think? But they can't. They're programmed. They're conduits and generators of this modern hysteria, where common sense is replaced by rage farming. And when it fails, they never learn. They just press repeat. It's funny if it's harmless, but this ain't harmless. Seriously, after 3 weeks of hell that ruined lives with rioting and burning, they embrace this unproven story that could make everything worse. And why? Because they don't give a damn. Even if the story bodes horribly for a country, they're psyched because they have something to smear all of us with. Meanwhile, studies show that less than a third of these alleged acts actually turn out to be real, meaning much of this is media-brewed hysteria. Right now in Australia, they're arguing over the inherent racism of chess, because the white pieces go first. Wait till they tackle checkers. How can a red piece jumping a black piece not be a hate crime? Fact is, you can make any story more explosive by adding the "it's racist" layer. It's a simple equation. Topic plus race equals new story, and maybe an Emmy. Monday, you could do a piece on summer fashions. Tuesday, you could do a piece on the secret racism of some summer fashions. Why is everything so white, except after Labor Day? What's that mean? What are they saying about labor and skin color? So this is not about Bubba Wallace. It's not his fault. Someone else found the rope. And I can see how that confused matters. The garage door rope and the look of a noose kind of go hand in hand. But that noose is for a hand. So where were all those intrepid reporters trying to uncover the truth? Waiting for another news story to fall into their laps? The story should have ended in 1 hour. Instead, Bubba was used as a pawn to keep this divisive flame alive.
People that want to call it a garage pool and put out old videos and photos of knots being in their as their evidence. Go ahead, but from the evidence that we have, it's a straight up noose.
Another equation: take anything bad, and the media makes it worse. Instead of expressing relief this wasn't racist, the media regrets that hate crime is so rare because that undermines their fake narrative.
Exactly.
But it's not about Bubba. He came out of this looking pretty good. It's the media who deliberately forgets the past to guide the future. Check out this guest.
It's clear what a noose represents. And then did someone know that it was in the store when they did belatedly assign Bubba there? I do not think that we've seen closure in this particular inquiry.
This guy.
So why is MSNBC interviewing Al Sharpton over a fake hate crime? Because he practically invented them. He was the one who pushed
Exactly.
the Juana Brawley story decades ago. She was a young black girl who didn't come home in time, and rather than upset her parents, she claimed she was raped by a bunch of white guys. Al pushed her story big time and made his name fronting this hoax, pretending his self-promotion was actually victim advocacy. It ruined lives. But, he's still doing fine, thanks to the MSNBC bookers. So we're living in a textbook definition of a panic. What we're told isn't happening, is. And if you stand up to defy it, you could lose everything. Meanwhile, the media ignores mobs waging violent war on our streets, preferring to demonize other citizens just standing by who are worried sick. Riots, burnings, destruction, lies, hoaxes, nooses, and smears. And what do? Americans of all colors stand in our yards waiting patiently for it to end, so we can get back to being a country. But what if it doesn't end? Or what if this is how it ends? It's not good for you and me, but CNN is smiling all the way to the bank.